They live in different parts of the world and have totally different environments.
Right.
I thought that was brilliant, and I thought when they all came together and how their characters evolved almost was just superb.
Well, you know, I've always loved culture clashes in movies, and this one I was interested in because I've got a lot of British friends. I've been to London and Liverpool and Manchester, all these places many times, and I always end up sort of like being drawn to certain British types, you know, and the reason I liked this particular culture clash is because at the end of the day, it's really not a culture clash at all. Because where I come from, in the southern part of the United States, it was settled by the Scotch, Irish, and English. So we really come from there. So at the end of the day, and if you notice in the movie, once they all have a few cocktails and they've seen that the gloves are off, they all kind of become the same thing. You know, they all have the same troubles and kind of behave in many ways the same, you know. So it's a culture, it starts as a culture clash and ends up being, it truly is this weird kind of connected family, you know. So that was interesting to me.
What's the most important thing about this film and getting that across?
The most important thing about the film was examining the fear of life and death and the randomness of life and how war affects different generations and how that manifests itself in families and how it's passed down to the next generation. That's what we set out to do. And in many ways, this is an anti-war film. And also in a way, the end of the movie is sort of a beginning. It almost says to be continued because it leaves you knowing that this one son is going off to do this thing that we've already experienced with the other characters, what a horror it was for them.
And
Sorry, is there time's up?
is that okay? Choose to play that character, or did you always, when you were writing?
Those are the kind of characters I play. Once again, that character would probably be the hardest one to explain to another actor.
Yeah.
The other ones are more, you've seen those characters in movies sometimes, you know what I mean? So it would be very hard to explain how to play that character and exactly what the psychology was behind what he was up to unless you'd written it and formulated it yourself. You know, I started writing it from the beginning based on the nucleus of the story was Robert Duvall's character and my character. I was writing a movie for me and Duvall.
And where did the idea for the film come from, and why did you want to direct it? Was it something that you connected with the material, and then also wanting to star in it?
Well, it's always that's a question I've never understood, frankly.
Yeah.
Because if you write it yourself, you know it better than anybody. And if you've already directed movies before, then why would I go get Joe Smith to direct it? You know what I mean? It's like, it would just be an extra step that's not needed. Plus, you end up having to explain something to somebody who would probably never get it the way you already know it. You know what I mean?
So when it comes to,